In the last 100 years, the world has changed drastically. Why hasn't education? Technology is transforming every aspect of our lives. Our current educational system model was created for and by the industrial age. Education cannot remain stagnant while the world calls for new skills and abilities. The assembly line approach to learning cannot stand in this new information age. How do we do this? Mass customized learning.
The industrialized education system is based around adult convenience. What it doesn't give us is the flexibility and the motivation for each learner. We really enjoy MCL as our vision because it's centered around the learner.
Think about what you wanted to be when you grow up. We call that what you want to be in life your first choice. Because if you had every dream realized in your life, that would be what you'd be able to accomplish.
We want to be the first school district that proves to their community that each learner counts. I believe as educators, we have to challenge the status quo.
We can use technology as an enabler to better and more practical learning.
Technology is a huge component of that. There's many things that we can do to customize for learning that a technology allows us to do. Going into kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third and fourth grade, each of our learners has an iPad. That iPad allows them to be able to track their learning. So you have state standards. Those obviously need to be addressed, and there's some foundation needs that our learners need, but there's also first choice standards. And we want to make sure that we know what their first choice is, know their learning style, and make sure that we are in a position as they go from elementary to middle school to get more and more choice, more and more voice in their learning.
Mass customized learning allows for learners to learn at an optimal rate, choose from many learning styles, learn through interaction, involvement, and relevance, learn through technology, learn in the real world through experiences and mentors.
Go into high school, they have an opportunity for internships. We get them maybe out of the building at noon. They take some blended learning, so there's some virtual courses, maybe 4 of their classes are brick and mortar, 4 are virtual. They have an internship. We're not standing in the way anymore. We're customizing their learning.
My name is Megan Waltman, and I'm a 2013 grad of Pequea Valley High School. It was back in 3rd grade. I was at another school, and the teachers told my parents that I was severely learning disabled and I was never going to be able to function and be in a classroom like a normal student. They just needed to accept that. But as Albert Einstein says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll live its whole life believing that it's dumb. And that's really how I felt.
You know, it's amazing to look back and see Megan's journey. You know, when we think back to that classroom at the local private school and the diagnosis that they gave her, and we look at where she is now, you know, it's just amazing. You know, through this unique program at Pequea Valley, she was able to succeed in ways that we couldn't even imagine.
So I started an internship, and I would have a couple core classes in the morning, and then I'd leave after lunch, and I went over to the Inn at Leola Village, and I studied under their florist there, and just gained a lot of helpful hands-on experience that you can't get in a classroom for a specific trade.
We saw the frustration that she had in the traditional classroom, and so we thought of the idea of just really stretching the classroom beyond the actual classroom in the school building.
It's very exciting for me and the other administrators and learning facilitators to see when vision turns into action. And with Megan's flower shop, we get to see that on a consistent basis, and it really makes us proud to see how successful Megan is today.
You know, one of the things that she was able to do is she was able to graduate from Longwood Gardens School of Floral Design as the youngest student ever. You know, so she graduated, and right away, because of the experience she had at the local floral shop, she was able to right away move into the art of creating floral designs for weddings.
Looking forward, this year we finished up with 64 weddings and are already booking for 2018 and have a handful for 2019 as well.
if we're truly concerned about the success of students, we have to be looking at different approaches in order to give them the opportunity to be successful. And when you look at mass customized learning, it does exactly that. It takes an individual student and it looks at them as an individual. And it says, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where are the areas where you can best succeed in the world and become a contributing member to society? And what can we do as a school to help you get there?
MCL empowers the learner to control several aspects of his or her learning, to move from fear to excitement, to move from apathy to success, and to learn practical and applicable skills for the modern world.
We really want to change from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And we're starting to see this with our learners because we're giving them a lot more autonomy. They're looking at their skills, they're looking at their growing and trying to get to mastery. And they also see through our interdisciplinary STEM programs and many other things, authentic learning experiences, that they have purpose also in their life and purpose in their schooling. With that autonomy, with that mastery, with that purpose, they're wanting to come back to school instead of having to come back to school, which is very important to us. The one thing about MCL is it is tough work, and we are up to that challenge. And we know that we can't do this alone. With our wonderful community, our Together Initiative Network, and our Pequea Valley Education Foundation, we know we have the right people on the bus to get the job done.